what I love most about GJPS is all of you. It is truly a gift to be part of a community that is absolutely student-centered. Every single one of us cares about all of the children of this community, and every single one of us wants the very best for every single child that is part of this community. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for your love and care for all of our kids. I have the privilege of serving on the school board with my board colleagues, Vice President Daphne Mooring, and board members Kara Coates, Sue Horn, and Dion Manley. On behalf of the board, I am excited to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Tracy Deagle. Dr. Deagle began full-time in our district in August, but we were lucky that she was able to start visiting the district in May, and that she and her husband were able to buy a house and move into Gahanna in June before school started. By now, you've probably met her inside of one of our school buildings or at a community event, because to me, it almost feels like she's been everywhere. But if you haven't met her yet, I hope that you get a chance to introduce yourself to her sometime soon. I think that you will find that you just feel better after interacting with her, after a conversation with her, because she exudes joy. One of the things that really stood out to all of us in the process of searching for our next superintendent is that Dr. Deagle has spent considerable time researching and writing about how the culture and climate of a school district and school buildings impact student learning. It might sound obvious that a positive school culture and climate would be good for everybody, but the path toward achieving and maintaining that environment is not always so obvious. So I would like to welcome Dr. Deagle up to give all of you the state of our schools and to talk about what our path looks like going forward.
Good evening, and thank you to our president, Mrs. Piccolantonio. One of the things she failed to mention is when my husband and Brandon and I purchased our home, it was right down the street from her, unbeknownst to us. So I'm sorry about that, Burl. So good evening, everyone. It is really such a pleasure to be here, and I am very appreciative to those of you who are here this evening, particularly those of you in our community and in our school district that have worked since the early morning hours today. I thank you for being here. I promised we're going to keep this all within 1 hour, and my goal this evening is to show you more of what makes us a high achieving district and where we've been in our past, what I've been reflecting on, and where we're going to head in our future. You saw from that short video that we have so much to be proud of here. Our students are the heart of our pride, and our highly dedicated teachers and staff and our administrators, those here tonight especially, are the support around our heart. Without our team that is professional and focused on excellence, we would not be the district that we are today. So I would like to begin with a most sincere thank you to our teachers, to our staff and our administrators for choosing GJPS and for caring about our students and for caring for each other. As you know, public schools are governed by a board of education, those who are charged to set policy, approve budgets, and provide directional guidance. Our board does that, and they do so much more. They support our students and our staff by their attendance to events, their enthusiastic involvement, and their responsiveness to our concerns and to those of the community. So thank you, Mrs. Piccolantonio, Mrs. Mooring, Mrs. Coates, Mrs. Horn, and Mr. Manley for your service to our district, your countless hours. Our public schools are more about just those of us who are inside of our schools each day. The most successful schools have many partners who assist them in serving students and their families. This evening, I would like to introduce our supporting team. I would like to welcome City of Gahanna Mayor Lori Jadwin, City Attorney Ray Malarski, Chief of Police Jeff Spence, and City PIO Dan Perlman, as well as City Council members Stephen Renner, Karen Angelou, Trenton Weaver, and Marissa Bowers. Our relationship with the city has been valuable to me as a new leader. Mayor, especially to you, thank you for being a partner to our district and to me personally. Beyond the Gahanna city limits, we also have an incredibly supportive greater community. Tonight, we are joined by State Representative Dr. Mary Lightbody, Jefferson Township Trustee Mr. Rich Corder, who has been a collaborative supporter and a partner in the expansion of our Black Lake Athletics Complex, Dr. Dan Good from the Educational Service Center of Central Ohio, who was a mentor to me, Assistant Superintendent Shelley Groves from Eastland Fairfield Career and Technical Center, Brenda Johnston of Grin, who does so much to support our community, Patrick Lozinski, the CEO of Columbus Metropolitan Library. Thank you for our supporting cast. Parent partnerships are also very important to providing school-based support to our students and staff. Our PTO and PTA organizations in each of our schools supply volunteers, they plan events, and provide finances that are necessary to produce that extra support. Joining us tonight are PTO presidents Andrea Agan, Emily Bernard, Kylie Cooper, Dr. Amy Dahlman, Angelia Holliday, Dr. Crystal Keys Pretlow, Jill Oliveri, and Susan Server. And I apologize for those who may have come in. That's the one thing about naming people by name, so I'm sorry if I did miss anyone. As evidenced by you who are in attendance tonight, our Gahanna community is the core foundation of our district. As many of you know, my husband Brandon and I moved here less than a year ago. Yet we already feel like it has been our home for much longer. We will often look at each other and I'll say, "Do you love it here as much as me?" And he'll say, "I love it here." We're so happy. Our community is one that values its history, respects those who have led before, yet welcomes those of us who are new. Most importantly, our community, each one of you, has shown me how important your child's education is to you, which is a very good thing because it's equally important to me. So tonight is about our children, our future for Gahanna-Jefferson Public Schools. Our theme for tonight is to reflect, envision, and ignite. This year, as my first year as your superintendent, I've spent much of my time exploring our district. I've been building relationships, wandering around, looking to see what information I can gather, because it is important for me to learn as much as I can about our district and our community as I begin our tenure. When beginning to plan for the state of our schools, I immediately reflected on what I think is the most important place in our schools, and that is the classroom. The students who walk through our doors each day, ready to learn, are really what makes this profession special. Those students and staff that we saw in the video are what drives my work. It gives me energy each and every day. I have visited many classrooms this year, and one thing I can assure you, our team is committed to the success of our students, and our students are engaged and inspired because of them. In our classrooms, I see collaboration, learning, wonder, and growth. Each one of our students has many gifts to share with us as a district. They're talented and full of so much promise. They're eager to learn and share their perspective with us, as well as engage in critical thinking. My work as an educational leader is to commit every single day to supporting our staff who cares for our students. And I must tell you that the achievements of our staff and students continues to impress me. Look at these accomplishments. This is just last year's graduating class. And I've gotten to know many of our seniors this year, and I'll tell you, this is only improving from here. Each year, we do better and better. Our students achieve more. The number of course opportunities that we offer our students and our wonderful relationship with Eastland Fairfield provides an unparalleled and rich curriculum. We are focused on connecting our students to college, career, and becoming lifelong learners who will contribute to our society. I believe that this focus is reflected in the many courses we offer our students, and it begins as soon as our students come to us at GJPS, whether it's in preschool, kindergarten, or the 10th grade. Teaching and learning is the backbone of what we do as a PK-12 institution, yet it's not all we do. We work to provide spaces for students to find their passions and connect to things like athletics, music, theater, art, underwater robotics. No matter which our students choose, our staff continually reflects on how each student can find something that connects them to their peers in their schools. And if we don't offer it, our staff finds a way to get it. Ensuring this connection to our GJPS community continues to be a focus. We strive for each student to be a contributor to a welcoming environment. One of the ways we do this is through a comprehensive model of mental health support. We have mental health specialists on our staff who provide one-on-one and small group counseling for some of our most at-risk students. We have mental health liaisons who provide one-on-one and group counseling, as well as complete home visits or connect families with the many resources we have in Central Ohio. And as always, our school counselors are vital to providing universal support to all of our students. Our robust equity and access plan, in its first year of implementation, is one of the many reasons I was drawn to GJPS. It is our shared responsibility to serve every student in a manner that ensures high-quality educational experiences that drives this focus. Our students deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be valued. To achieve this, we must be intentional about eliminating diminished outcomes that are caused by structural inequities. We do this by examining our collective sense of belonging, our staffing, our curriculum, accessibility, and levels of engagement. Student voices will continue to drive this work. Not only are we achieving great things inside of our buildings, but I don't know if you know, we have a lot of projects going on around us to accommodate our growth, but most importantly, to achieve the quality of spaces that our students and our staff deserve. They deserve this. Recently, we completed additions to Blacklick and High Point. We have a few punch list items. Don't worry, Kristen. We know we have punch list items remaining. We also started moving dirt at Middle School East with Brad's leadership there to build an addition and provide renovations because our eastern quadrant of our district is our growth area right now. Just behind me, we're constructing a brand new 500,000 square foot high school that all of the students in our district can enjoy, our community can enjoy, and we can celebrate beginning in the fall of 2025. We anticipate that this new school will solve several of our past concerns, such as parking, crossing the street for class. We probably won't see a bat every once in a while. We'll also have more natural light, wider hallways, and open collaboration spaces. We have new softball diamonds that we started playing on last week, and a multi-purpose field that has been completed at the Blacklick Athletic Complex. We have 2 more multi-purpose fields set to open soon, and I believe we're laying the asphalt on 10 tennis courts next week. Those will be set to open this summer. Last, our stadium just got new turf, and we are on track to open that this fall. I've been told, though, once the turf goes down, it doesn't mean we can occupy the stadium right away. There's still some more to do. On a heavier note, safety continues to be our top priority. This summer, we're adding security vestibules to many of our schools, as well as enhancing our communication and training in case of crisis. So far this year, we've been awarded $1.2 million in safety grant funds, and we've applied for an additional $3 million in grant funding to help support our efforts to further create a more physically and psychologically safe environment for our students and staff. I appreciate that our staff has taken to heart the importance of writing for grant opportunities. We've begun building level safety teams in each of our schools, and we're providing professional development to our staff that is centered on safety. And for the first time, we're doing this in conjunction with the Gahanna Division of Police. Our partnership with Chief Spence and his team of officers has been absolutely invaluable to me and to our district. You may have seen the PSAs that Chief and I did first semester on a variety of community safety issues. Stay tuned because we have a prom season video coming soon. And Mayor, would you make sure that Chief rents his tux, please? In the next year, you will continue to see improvements in this area. We still have work to do, including we are going to roll out a common safety vocabulary so that we can use the same terms to describe situations as they arise. And it will help us when we communicate internally with our team and to our parents. So the current state of our schools is really quite positive. We are a student-centered district who is committed to each child growing and thriving in our schools. At GJPS, we have a strong foundation that we're ready to leap from. By using these past months to observe and learn about our wonderful district and community, I've identified opportunities for us to move into the future. As we come to the end of this school year, now is the time, as your new superintendent, to envision and to plan our roadmap for our future. My personal priorities for GJPS are that we are high-achieving, efficient, nimble, fiscally responsible, and well-aligned. Our priority as a district will continue to be on ensuring that every child has an opportunity to reach their unlimited potential. It's my focus to continue to collect meaningful student data in order to evaluate our practices, align our resources, and deliver on student growth by meeting students where they are and providing for them a variety of experiences and opportunities that will add to their knowledge base and to their skills. It is also my commitment as the superintendent to strive to ensure that our team is functioning at the highest level possible in order to support our students. We are continually looking for ways to improve upon our efficiencies in our district. My reason for efficiencies is I do not want our staff to use valuable time and energy on anything that takes them away from their students. I want their energies continue to be placed on the impact of our student experience, and I want to do what I can. Our team wants to do what we can to make that better for them. While our strong foundation and the plans we continue to lay out are what we believe is in the best interest of all of our students, we know that things can change. They have. As a team, we must be committed to continually asking ourselves if what we are doing is in the best interest of the district, and if the roadmap needs to change course, we will be ready and we will adapt. Public education, as you know, receives finite resources from taxes and the state. This year, with the support of our Board of Education, I hired our first Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Cliff Hetzel. We have made and are currently making costly investments in the future of our district, and it is my priority, as is Cliff's, to protect these investments, particularly in the ways that we maintain our buildings and our grounds for our community. I also wish for us to ensure that we are maximizing cost savings throughout our construction project, even through these challenging construction times. Our students, staff, and community come from many perspectives, rich, diverse experiences, yet I am sure there is one thing for which we all agree, and that is our desire to do our very best as a school, as a Gahanna community. Education has an awesome ability to unite a community, particularly a community with a single high school. It is important to me that we maximize our collective desire to support our children, and we show full alignment moving forward. Aligning our work is where we must begin. It's where we can ignite our vision and make it a reality. We must be reflective. We must be strategic and deliberate in our work. So to that end, we are going to create a strategic plan for our district. It is incredibly important to me that our strategic plan encompasses the values of our community and the voices of those who entrust us with the education of their children. Over the next few months, you will begin to see the work of our strategic plan committee as we seek input from our staff, our students, and our community. We want to uncover what it is that our stakeholders expect from our schools. Through this effort, we will emerge with our North Star, our mission, to which a vision and a set of guiding principles can be collaboratively developed. As a final step, our district team will work inward and create a 3 to 5 year transparent plan with action steps. Anyone at any time will be able to measure our progress, see what we have done, and where we're going. While we develop our strategic vision for the district, though, work cannot stop. So there are other focused areas already underway. One of those is aligning and further developing a robust PBIS program in each one of our schools. This system not only ensures a welcoming environment for our students and staff, but also proudly displays our expectations for excellence. Next year, we'll see the return of our community university. These extended learning opportunities for families in particular will provide a deeper dive into our curriculum, our resources, instruction, assessment practices, student support, safety, and community partnerships. Our academics team is working to ensure that we are implementing the best instructional models for our students to learn. I have asked our wonderful Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Jill Elliott, to begin a process to first examine the high school schedule in preparation for our new building. We hope that this schedule will provide opportunities for students and teachers to have the appropriate time to explore, connect, practice, and ultimately learn. I've also asked for a collaborative study into when we begin and end our school day. I wish to ensure that we are fostering success by not asking our youth to begin their day too early and in a way that is not aligned with research on teen health and sleeping patterns. After this focused study, our team will turn their attention to our middle school course offerings and instruction with the lens of making sure that our students' learning is preparing them for what they will encounter at the high school level and beyond. So before our communications team, Eric in particular is who I'm afraid of, pulls out the Muppets hook and starts to pull me off stage here, I want to close, nobody knows my Muppets reference, Gonzo? Ah! I wish to close by saying, it truly is an honor. It is an honor to be the superintendent of Gahanna-Jefferson Public Schools. I am so proud of this district. I am committed beyond measure to the care and the success of our students and our staff. I most look forward to engaging in our strategic planning process and learning your priorities as we move our work forward. As a very fervent believer in the power of public education, I know that a school is only as strong as its community. So thank you to all of you for your continued support, your feedback, and for walking with me in this journey.